Okay, so sorry about the bad quality it's going to be on this video, but just wanted to show you my pre-release draft decks. Did pretty good. I got top 8 in the first. We had 2 flights, whether you're supposed to do that or not. We had not enough people and more product, so we had 2 flights. Anyone that got there soon enough could pay in for the second flight. So in the first flight I did reasonably well. I got top 8. Second flight I didn't do so well. I was really disturbed because the game I lost in the first flight was solely because of being mana flooded. I lost other games during the day, but I mean, they were fair losses, and I don't mind those. I can lose as well as anyone else, but I had about 12 lands to 5 non-lands one game, and it was just ridiculous. And one of the non-lands was Harrow, so it just was a really terrible draw, and that happened very similar in 2 different games. I won the middle game when I had decent lands, but yeah. But still, besides that one, I had a couple losses, but I did enjoy it, and World Lake is okay. First, I was thinking, not so good. Now that I'm back from the tournament, I'm thinking, well, you know, it's better than we gave it credit for, I think. So, anyways, here's the deck. I went white-green. Here's the lands. Sorry for the poor quality. I can't find my actual camera. My wife bought a new one that only takes pictures, so the new common come into play does an ability land. They're amazing. I'll get back to those in a second. The white ones are just ridiculous. Proper color in the land of turn, and I'll tell you why they're ridiculous in a second. And of course the gain of life come into play tapped. Dual land. Now I didn't get many money cards at all. I got one in the second flight money card. So we got this elf, tap to untap a forest, who I've decided is better than Llanowar elves because several different reasons. If the land is enchanted with anything that gives you more land, if your forest is enchanted with the thing that makes it a creature, there's a lot of tricks you can do with him as opposed to just a Llanowar elf. Finds the Vastwood, saved my butt a couple of times. Step links, never got him out first turn. A single game during the tournament. I had some fun games afterwards just to test the deck, and I'll talk about that in a second. He came out first turn twice in the fun games, of course. Cliff Treader, Grappling Spider, 2/1 reach. I like the 1/2 Death Touch reach better, but for 2. But he's still good. He's better on the aggro, of course, with the 2 power. Canopy Cover was very annoying for my opponents because just the Shroud makes a huge difference. And getting in there when I don't have many flying guys, this is nice. This thing is crazy. You can't see it very well on the video, I don't think, because of the glare on the slips. Probably I should have took them out of slips. But it's 1/1 for 2, and you can pay white and tap it to exile a land for a second, and it comes back into play. And now we go back to these things. I was surprised how many people didn't see that combo. And when I tried to use it on people, they were like, that doesn't work. And I was like, yeah, it totally does work. So you pay 1 white to give... Basically, Rune Ghost becomes a mother of runes. Right? Because you have to pay a white for it. You pay a white, tap it, target creature gets prop a color of your choice until the end of turn, which can save it against all sorts of things. It can get it through for damage. It can protect it from removal. Just amazing. And besides that, of course, when you do that, it triggers landfall. It also helps... use those instants to their full ability that say they're better when you play a land that turn. You can use him. Really amazing card. In limited, at least. I don't know what he'll do in constructed. There's a reason I played white. Journey to Nowhere. Got 2 of them. The Basilisk. A couple of these new guys. Green and 2 for a 2/3 landfall vigilance. Nothing super exciting. A Shield Mate. Just needed another white creature. That was the best one out of the spares I had. And plus I've got an ally rare. Apex Hawk's pretty good. He's a 2/2 flyer for 3 to begin with, but then for every other white and 1 you play, he gets a +1 counter. Gladeheart. Gained a lot of life with him and the Rune Ghost. A lot of life. And one of the reasons I played green, the new 4/5 for 3 mana. He hit the board and everyone was like, oh crap. Except everyone knew what he was. Here's the other reason I played green. Not everyone knew what this guy was, but every time they read him, they're like, "Say what?" He's a 4/4 for 4, which is not as good as the Bailoff, of course, but it's still very good and limited. And multi-kicker, or green, put a 2/2 wolf into play for every time he's kicked. I usually had 2 or 3 wolves every time he came out, and it usually meant the end of the game. I underrated this card at first. I thought it was good, but I didn't know it was that good in limited. 2 white and 2 for an enchantment. All your creatures get +1/+1. Multi-kicker, or white and 1. Every time it's kicked, put a creature from your graveyard back into play. I didn't realize it had so much mana, but this format is slower than I thought it would be, and so we had mana. I always kicked it once. I always got one guy back, which was really good. My other white rare, nothing fancy, because he's good. 2/3 for 4, but he comes into play with a +1/+1 counter, and gives all your allies, lifelink whenever you play an ally. So, he was pretty decent, but I didn't have enough allies, was the problem. I did have this, though, which I use after playing him many times. It's a 4 mana for an instant, you get 2 allies, so it's pretty good tricks for pumping up your allies, given that it's an instant. Speaking of tricks, Refraction Trap was a great trick. No, it's basically, just another one of those, I can't even remember the name, the M10 card, the 1 white, where you redirect the 2 damage. It's basically the same as that card, only a little more expensive, but for 3 damage. Holyheart Gem, and a Zendikon, the green land. So that was my first deck that I played, and like I said, I did pretty good. I could have done better. I could have won one more than I did because of the land screw, but I did enjoy the deck. And my only question was, should I have played black instead? And it's because I had quite a number of good black cards. I'll just throw them out over here. I had Myers Toil, the Corrupted Zendikon is a 3/3 on your land for 2, the Crypt Ripper, the Vampire, a Giant Scorpion, Jaguar Swarm, which is actually pretty huge this draft. Marauder's been good, always. The new Vampires that makes the Mind Stab Thrall just seem even worse than it already is. He's a 1 for 1/1 Swamp Walk, and you kick him once, he's a 2/2 Swamp Walk for 3, so, and then he can still be kicked bigger. But anyways, Tomb Hex, which is really good, which is obvious, -4/4/4, potentially for 3. And then, the Heartstabber Mosquito is good. And then I had 2 Nemesis Traps, which I underrated, because I was thinking, well, I'm not going to play white all the time, and I didn't. But I didn't know how fast I get to 6 mana, but every game, except for the couple games I was really mana screwed, which I can still get around because the deck's pretty cheap, I always had 6 mana. So, what I did is, after the tournament, I played a few rounds with black in instead of green, just for all that extra removal, because I went from, very little to a lot. The thing was, the deck became much more of a control deck, and, I don't know what green and black would have been like. I still would have had my Elemental and my Bailoff then, right? And that's the reason I didn't want to take green out. But I would have lost the cool +1/+1 to all creatures. Mainly, I would have lost the 2 journeys, which is why I wanted to play white. And I would have had this combo, which was huge the entire tournament. Him and the lands. So, in the end, after the games I had with the black in for fun afterwards, it came out to be about even, so, I was happy with the deck, with the green the way it was. And that was the first flight deck. I hope, I gave you some sort of information that might have been helpful in the future, if you ever do Zendikar block seals. Catch you later.